Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of RPA. I'm sure you've had some time to think about that question we left you with.
Oh, absolutely. I've been, kind of mulling it over.
Yeah.
And for me, the step that really kind of resonated with me the most was the tech-savvy employees as RPA advocates.
Oh, interesting.
Because it reminds me of those people in, every office who they're the ones who are always finding the workarounds
Yes.
or the, kind of the shortcuts. They're like the pioneers of office efficiency.
Absolutely. And, the eBook really highlights how crucial those individuals are to a successful RPA implementation.
Yeah.
They're the ones who can kind of bridge that gap between the technology and the people who will be using it.
They're like the translators, right?
Exactly.
They speak both languages, the tech language and the, human language.
Yeah.
But we can't forget about those who might be hesitant or even fearful of automation.
Right.
So how do we address those concerns?
Well, that's where win over your employees really comes into play.
Okay.
And the eBook offers a fantastic analogy. Think of RPA as a collaborative partnership between humans and robots.
Okay.
It's like a well-coordinated team, each bringing their own unique strengths to the table.
So instead of viewing these robots as job stealers, we should see them as teammates,
Exactly.
helping us to work smarter and more efficiently. And that's a really powerful way to reframe it.
It is, and it opens up exciting possibilities, Imagine a workplace where humans are freed from those tedious, repetitive tasks.
Right.
And they can actually focus on more strategic, creative work.
Right. That's the promise, right?
That's the promise of RPA.
Okay, so can you give me an example of what this might look like in a real-world setting? Like, how would this human-robot partnership actually work?
Sure. Let's say you're in the healthcare industry.
Okay.
Imagine a hospital where RPA is handling tasks like scheduling appointments, processing insurance claims,
Okay.
managing patient records.
Okay.
All of that frees up the nurses and the doctors
Right.
to spend more time with patients.
Right, so they can focus on the care.
Exactly, providing that personalized care and attention that's so important.
So not only does it improve efficiency, but it also enhances the quality of care.
Absolutely.
It's like a win-win-win
It is a win-win.
for everybody involved. But I imagine implementing something like that on that scale must be incredibly complex. Where do you even begin?
We'll remember step 2. Start small, fail fast.
Right.
The eBook encourages a phased approach.
Okay.
You don't need to automate everything at once.
Yeah.
Instead, identify a specific process that's ripe for automation and launch a pilot project.
Okay, so we pick our pilot projects, we get our team together, we dive in. But what happens if things don't go as planned?
Right.
What if we hit a roadblock or, we encounter some kind of setback?
Well, that's where the fail fast part comes in.
Right.
It's not about celebrating failure. It's about embracing failure as a valuable learning experience.
Okay.
By starting small, you're minimizing the risk and you're maximizing your ability to adapt and improve.
So we're treating that pilot project as a learning lab,
Exactly.
a safe space to experiment and kind of refine our approach. I like that. Okay, so how do we make sure that these learnings that we're getting from that pilot project translate into long-term success?
Well, that's where step 5, training for the future, becomes crucial. As we gain experience with RPA, we need to invest in training and development to equip our workforce with the skills and the knowledge they need
To keep going.
to thrive in this new era of automation.
It's like giving them the tools and the resources that they need to kind of navigate this uncharted territory.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but training can be time-consuming.
Right.
It can be expensive. So how do we convince stakeholders that this is a worthwhile investment?
Well, I think the key is to frame it as an investment in the future of your organization.
Okay.
By upskilling your workforce, you're not just implementing RPA.
Right.
You're building a culture of innovation and continuous learning.
It's a mindset shift.
It is. You're creating a team that's adaptable,
Right.
that's agile, and ready to embrace the challenges of the future.
It's about, future-proofing your workforce.
Exactly.
Okay, and that kind of ties back to what we were talking about earlier about empowering employees. By giving them those opportunities to learn and grow, you're not just improving their skills.
Yeah.
You're fostering a sense of ownership and engagement.
Absolutely. And that leads to a more productive,
Right.
a more innovative, and ultimately more successful organization.
Okay, so we've talked about the employees, but what about the IT department?
Yes. Step 7, get IT on board.
We've got to bring IT along.
We do. And, I think it's clear why IT is so essential for ensuring data security system integration. all the technical aspects of RPA.
Right. They're the ones who know how all the systems work.
Exactly.
But how do we bridge the gap between the business side,
Right.
which is often, driven by speed and agility, and the IT side, which is like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
So make sure everything is secure and stable.
Yeah, exactly. So how do we find that balance?
Well, the eBook emphasizes the importance of involving IT early and often.
Okay.
It's about creating a collaborative partnership where both sides understand each other's priorities and work together to find solutions that meet the needs of the entire organization.
So it's about finding that sweet spot between innovation and security, between agility and control. It sounds like a delicate balancing act.
It can be, but the rewards are well worth the effort.
Right.
When IT is fully on board with RPA, they can become invaluable partners in ensuring a smooth and successful implementation.
And they can also help to address any security concerns that employees might have.
Absolutely.
Which is especially important when you're dealing with sensitive data.
Of course.
So a strong partnership between IT and the business is essential for building that trust and confidence in RPA across the organization.
It is.
Okay, so we've covered starting small, winning over employees, training for the future, and getting IT on board. What's next on our RPA journey?
Well, we've laid a solid foundation.
Yeah.
But before we move on to those final steps, I think it's important to take a step back and reflect on the bigger picture.
Okay, let's zoom out for a minute.
Yeah.
What are we really talking about here?
I think this ebook really highlights the transformative potential of RPA. It's not just about automating tasks.
Right.
It's about reimagining the way work gets done.
Okay.
It's about creating a more efficient, more productive, and more fulfilling workplace for everyone.
This is a big vision.
It is. It's a big vision.
Where do we even begin to implement that kind of change?
Well, remember, Rome wasn't built in a day.
True.
The key is to start with a clear vision,
Okay.
a well-defined strategy, and a commitment to continuous learning and improvement.
So we're approaching this as a journey, not a destination.
Exactly.
And it's a journey that requires, patience, persistence, and a willingness to embrace change.
And along that journey, we will encounter challenges, we'll encounter setbacks.
Right.
There will be unexpected twists and turns.
Yeah, it's not going to be a straight line.
It's not going to be a straight line, but by following those 8 steps that are outlined in this ebook, we can navigate those challenges and emerge, stronger, more resilient, and better equipped for the future of work.
That's a really inspiring way to think about it. And it leads us perfectly to the final 4 steps of our RPA journey, which we'll be delving into in part 3 of this deep dive.